Hey, this is Dr. Paul, and welcome to our chiropractic seminars. Just wanted to make a huge announcement that we're actually having all of our seminars now apply for continuing education. So when you attend our seminars, the state the seminar is given in, I'll apply for that continuing education. So if you're in that state, and then how it works, if you're out of state attending that seminar, then I'll give you the documentation necessary, and it's very easy. If you've never done this before, it's actually pretty easy. All you do is you contact the board, see what's required for continuing education. And I'll tell you, generally it's a real small fee. Generally it's, the speakers, my curriculum vitae. It's an outline of the talk, where it's at, when it's at. That's pretty much what's covered, and a timeline of the materials that's being covered. And then it does have to apply typically to how it can help you in the chiropractic profession. Now, the only thing that typically is not allowed is when you talk about how to make money, how to increase your revenue. So portions of some seminars would not be with continuing education, but we don't talk about money all the time. But yeah, every now and then we talk about how to build your practice and increase your income. Certainly, that's a major part of it. But even with those seminars, as an example, like marketing, still probably half to 2/3 of the marketing seminar, we wouldn't talk about money per se. It's just marketing. But you do have to talk about money at certain points in time. So that designated time period would not be covered. But basically, that's it. So we're applying for the continuing education. Every time we do seminars, we're applying for the continuing education with that state. So whoever's in that state attends, you get the continuing education. I take care of everything. And then if you're out of state attending that seminar, all you have to do is contact your state organization for credit for your state and say, hey, what do we need for continuing education credits? They'll give you a checklist of what you need. It's pretty much what I just shared with you. And then you just forward that to me. If you're attending my seminar, you just forward it to me and I'll give you all that information. The curriculum vitae, the topics, the time-dated topics, stamp topics, all those things. And so that's great news. So you can actually not only increase your knowledge and your skill level, to increase your practice income, but also your continuing education. And so that'll help a lot, if you're going to spend, 1 day or 2 days in a seminar. Obviously it helps if you can apply that toward your continuing education in addition to increasing your skill level. But I've always said, it's more important to learn how to be successful in practice than to get continuing education hours. So that's why I typically always have focused on building your practice, which includes talking about money. And so that's why in the past we did not have continuing education hours for chiropractors. Now we do. Starting this year, now we're offering continuing education, and that's exactly how it works. So if you're interested in our seminar lineup, what's involved, but some of the seminars that we teach, I'll just share with you. It's personal injury documentation, part 1. Part 2 is the personal injury marketing. We have a new patient marketing system. We have a patient education system. We have an internet marketing system. We have a notes seminar. So these are all the seminars that we give. And we give them, and by the way, I almost missed the most important one, which is the Wealth Summit. And that's all the strategies. That's the major strategies, how to create wealth. And what I have is 9 steps. Basically, the steps that I used to basically retire after only 7 years in practice. I didn't have to work after 7 years, worked full-time for 7 years, part-time for 2. And I retired at age 33. And I teach the exact systems to do that. And there's basically 9 systems. And it's chiropractic specific. If you do these as a chiropractor, if you do these things, it creates a lot of wealth fast, is what it does. And that's exactly how my net worth went over 7 figures when I was age 33. So that's the Wealth Summit. So that is, those are the seminars. They're typically given on the East Coast and the West Coast, for sure, the same seminar. And then they're sprinkled, throughout the states, depending on where we have a lot of interest in what's going on. But if you're interested in the list of seminars and the dates, or if you want to get to continuing education, then just contact me. Again, you can go to my website at paulhollern.com. We have a lot of the links there for all the different seminars and things. Or feel free to give me a call. Give me a call at 813-480-1693. But I just wanted to let you know that's a huge huge addition for this year is continuing education for chiropractors. Now, we've been doing continuing education for attorneys now for several years. So now we're also going to be doing them for chiropractors likewise starting this year. So if you're interested, give me a call. Check out my website, paulhunlearn.com. Hope to see you at one of our seminars.